March 1997, Rancho Santa Fe, California. 39 people found dead in a mansion. Matching black shirts, new sneakers, purple shrouds. The group was Heaven's Gate. Their leader, Marshall Applewhite, believed a spaceship was hiding behind the Hale-Bopp comet. He told his followers their bodies were just vehicles. Leaving them wasn't death, it was checkout to a higher level of existence. Here's the disturbing part. In 1996, before any of this happened, Heaven's Gate built a website. Most homes didn't even have internet yet, and this cult already had one calm, plainly worded, reading like a company FAQ page. No shouting, no dramatic warnings, just quiet certainty. That's exactly why it worked. People don't get pulled into extremism through screaming. They get pulled in through calm confidence. After the deaths, 2 surviving members kept the website online. They still pay for it today. Search for it right now. It's the exact same site, frozen in 1997, still explaining how to leave your body behind. The lesson? The internet's most dangerous ideas rarely look dangerous. They look reasonable, right up until they aren't. Applewhite didn't start with the spaceship claim. He built up slowly, small ideas first, bigger ones later. By the time followers heard the extreme part, they'd already accepted a dozen smaller ones. That's how it always works.
Kiwi Farms, created by Josh Moon, claims to document people the community finds entertaining to mock, usually people with visible mental health struggles or a public meltdown. Documenting is the soft word. Users have compiled home addresses, workplaces, family names, daily routines. Multiple targets say the harassment followed them for years online and in person. Journalists have linked the forum to real-world harm, including cases where victims say the harassment fueled severe mental health crises. In 2022, Cloudflare, the company that protects sites from being knocked offline, dropped Kiwi Farms entirely. Their CEO cited an immediate, credible threat to human life. That justification is almost never used. The site went dark, then came back on a new host, same as before. Here's what makes it different from a normal internet pile-on. It's organized, threads indexed by target, updated for years by people who've never met each other or the person they're building a file on. Most of the information is technically public. It's the compiling, pointing an entire community at one private person that turns it into a weapon. That's the gray area that keeps this site alive. Nothing posted is illegal on its own. Stacked together, day after day, it's enough to end a life. January 2012. A single image posted on 4chan. Black background, white text. We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. There is a message hidden in this image. No name attached, no explanation, just a challenge. Solvers found a hidden message using steganography, data hidden inside the image itself. Solve it, get the next clue. The difficulty escalated fast. Cryptography, ancient literature, classical music, real-world locations. Posters physically taped to lampposts in Seattle, Paris, Warsaw, Sydney, each with a QR code. It became known as Cicada 3301. Only a handful of people worldwide are believed to have solved every stage. It reappeared in 2012, 2013, and 2014, then vanished with zero explanation. Nobody knows who built it or why. Some believe it was a silent recruitment tool for an intelligence agency. Others believe it was a private security firm's experiment that leaked out. Some solvers who got the furthest say they later felt watched. Real printed posters coordinated across continents takes money and planning. That's not a bored teenager's prank. Unsolved fragments of the final puzzle are still online right now. Whatever it was, it had resources most hoaxes don't, and that's exactly why people are still trying to crack it more than a decade later. May 2014, Waukesha, Wisconsin. Two 12-year-old girls lure a classmate into the woods after a sleepover. They stabbed her 19 times. They told police they did it to save their families from Slender Man. Slender Man was created in 2009 for a Photoshop contest on a forum called Something Awful. One user posted 2 edited photos claiming a faceless figure had been seen near missing children. It wasn't real. It was fiction. But it spread. Strangers across forums and a fan wiki kept adding to the story. New sightings, new victims, new rules. Nobody owned the character. That's exactly why it became unstoppable and impossible to correct once it left its original context. The 2 girls told investigators they believed Slender Man was real, that he lived in a nearby mansion and killing was the only way to protect their families. One girl was later diagnosed with early-onset schizophrenia. Both were found not competent to stand trial and sent to psychiatric treatment. The victim survived, crawled to a nearby road after being stabbed 19 times, and made a full recovery. Nobody built this to hurt anyone. No cult leader, no mastermind, just thousands of strangers building fiction for fun until it grew convincing enough for 2 children to believe it was real. A published horror book has a cover, an author, a clear line between fiction and reality. A wiki built by thousands of strangers has none of that, just volume. And to a 12-year-old, enough volume can look like proof. 2011, a new site appears on the Tor network. It's called Silk Road. It looks like Amazon, product photos, star ratings, reviews, except almost everything for sale is illegal. The man running it went by Dread Pirate Roberts. For over 2 years, the FBI had no idea who he was. He ran it like a startup, wrote a company philosophy, personally settled disputes, even banned certain dangerous items. His real name, Ross Ulbricht, a 29-year-old physics graduate, not caught through some genius hack, caught because years earlier he'd posted a coding question on a public forum using his real email. One old post connected an anonymous empire to a real face. 2015, convicted, sentenced to 2 life terms, no parole, harsher than most murder sentences in the U.S. What makes this disturbing isn't just what was sold, it's how normal it felt. 5-star reviews for drug dealers, loyalty discounts for repeat buyers, a criminal economy running on the same trust system Amazon uses. Silk Road shut down in 2013. Ulbricht is still in prison. But the format he built didn't die. Copycat markets appeared within weeks. And here's the part investigators still point to. Tor's encryption never got broken. Nobody hacked it. The FBI just waited for a human mistake. No anonymity technology protects you from your own past. The internet doesn't need a hidden layer to be disturbing. Sometimes the darkest corners are the ones sitting in plain sight, waiting for someone to keep scrolling. Every person in these 5 stories started exactly where you are, just curious, just scrolling. The line between watching and stepping across it is thinner than most people think. If you want more of these, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.